Maybe right now your journey isn't about love. Maybe right now your journey is about you. Maybe this is a season you're being challenged to be your own savior, to be your own safe place. Maybe right now you're being reminded that the people who walked away were only ever leading you back to yourself, were only ever leading you here. And here, you're okay on your own. You're rebuilding. Here, you're adapting and mending and reclaiming all of the pieces you let them walk away with. Here, you are being kinder to your soul. You are giving yourself the same kind of love you have always given to others. Here, you are not rushing your heart. You are not depending on another human being to fix it. Instead, here, you are doing that on your own. Here, you are healing.
There's nothing wrong with you. No, really. There's not. I know you're laying there, scrolling on TikTok, just trying to numb the noise in your brain. That endless voice that says, you're not good enough, you're the problem, and you're not lovable. That voice is a liar. You are perfectly lovable. The problem is you're such a good person. You are so kind-hearted. You are so lovable. People keep taking advantage of you. They see your light and they want to quench it. There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to learn to start loving yourself first.
Focus on yourself, on improving yourself, of being a good person yourself. Focus on you liking yourself. Do you like who you are? Be the best that you can be and do not try to be like anyone else.
4 things to remember every single day. Number 1, the past cannot be changed. Number 2, happiness is found within. Number 3, kindness is free. Number 4, you only fail if you quit.
3 ways to become unstoppable. 1, always do your best, even on the little things, because anything worth doing is worth doing right. 2, don't take anything personal. What other people think about you is none of your business. And 3, keep your word. If you say you're going to do something, then do it.
7 rules of life. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. Number 3, give it time. Time heals everything.
Don't ever give anybody enough power to bring back the triggered, unhealed version of you when you've worked so hard to become better than that.
3 things to remind yourself of every single day. 1, life is too short to spend it at war with yourself. 2, if you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. And 3, when you say yes to others, make sure you're not saying no to yourself.
I mean, let's be honest. If they truly knew what you were up against right now, they would be wondering how you were still smiling, how you were still doing the things you're doing. That says a hell of a lot about you.
I read a quote once that said, you can wake up early, drink your water, take your vitamins, go to the gym, eat healthy, but until you figure out what's in your head and in your heart, you're not healthy. And that really hit me because I feel like for so long, that's exactly what I did. I thought I was doing...
The best part about loving yourself is when you realize that you don't need anybody to make you feel happy. It's when you realize that you don't need a good morning text or message for you to have a good day. It's when you realize that you don't need anybody to make you feel whole because you are enough.
You will always see yourself as less, seeing yourself through the eyes of someone who can care less about you. You will always see yourself as less, trying to change for a person that would never change for you. You have to stop giving people the power to control how you feel about yourself. Anybody can love your perfections. That's easy. But the heart that's meant to love you will still love you, even at your most imperfect moments. Change because you want to, not because someone's opinions, judgments, or preferences forced you. Let go of everything that's keeping you from loving yourself.
If a flower doesn't bloom, do you blame the flower or do you blame its environment, right? So imagine like if this plant didn't bloom, are you going to like blame the plant and check the plant, or are you gonna check the soil? Are you gonna check the light? Are you gonna check the air around it, the humidity? Because that's the reason why the plant grows, right? So we are that flower, right? But if we're not growing or we're not sprouting or blooming the right way, what is your environment? Who are you talking to? What Instagrams are you scrolling? What things are you filled with in your feed? What's your mind constantly talking about, even if it's about your body?
Whatever is around you should speak to the highest version of you,
Yes.
and not the version of you that you're holding on to that's broken.
She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
Babe, I know you don't want to hear this, but you have to. Because you promised. You swore this was going to be your year. You said that you were going to show up for you and that you weren't going to quit. Look, if I'm speaking directly to you, I want you to know that it's okay. It's okay that it got hard and you got frustrated and you took some time off. It's okay that shit came up. You're human. Change is so fucking hard. If it was easy, everyone would be walking around as the best versions of themselves. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. But this is supposed to be your year. I know it is. Don't let small mistakes distract you from your vision, babe. Remember why. Remember why you wanted to change. Why you wanted to show up. Why this was going to be your best year. I want to remind you that you do not fail unless you quit. You only fail if you quit.
What happens if you take a cold shower every day? The heart rate is gonna go down with 20-30 beats a minute, 24 hours a day. That means stress is gone. Cold shower a day keeps the doctor away. What happens more is that the blood flow runs much better through the system. The nutrients, vitamins and minerals and oxygen, they get better to the cells.
Strong women never give up. We might need a coffee, we might need a good cry, we might need a day in bed, but we will always come back stronger.
The moment your life changes is when you realize you can't control anything anyone else does. You have no control over it. 100%. So you can spend your whole life manipulating or crying about this or arguing about that. You can never change how somebody feels, thinks or behaves. Yep. The only thing you have control over is the decisions you make for your own life. Yep. So if you are unhappy about a situation and you are still in it, that is your responsibility.
It's your responsibility, it's nobody else.
I decided that I'm tired of being tired, and that worrying is doing nothing except for making me lose sleep. I want to be in love with the life that I'm living, because if I'm not, how can I expect to be surrounded by the good stuff? So while my circumstances may have to stay the same, I'm working to change my mindset a little bit every day.
Stop waiting for someone to fall in love with you. Fall deeply in love with yourself. Then let someone match.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are going through something extremely heavy, knowing that there is change coming, knowing that breakthrough is about to happen, and the sign, the absolute sign that you are so much closer than you think is there is shit hitting the fan in your life right now. There are old things starting to surface, and it is coming up because you are capable and you are ready to let it go. You are ready for this new version of you to come out. You are ready for this new you to come out. You are ready for the new thing, but before the new thing has space to come into your life, that old part of you has to be let go of, because you cannot take that thing into your future. So if it is all coming up right now and it feels heavy, know that you are so much closer than you have ever dreamed. I love you.
Girls up there, listen to me. I let my body hold me back for so long. Don't let your body hold you back. Don't let your body insecurities hold you back from doing anything that you want to do. This isn't just for me. This is for the girl who got into a bikini the first time this year, the mother who just had a child and she's embracing her stretch marks on her stomach. For that girl who said, no, I'm actually not gonna lose weight for you, boyfriend. And for the woman who actually can look in the mirror and say, I love you and mean it.
When asked what's the biggest mistake we make in life, the Buddha replied, the biggest mistake is you think you have time. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once it's lost, you can never get it back.
Have you ever loved somebody so much that you just wish that they didn't do certain things? Like, I love this person so much, they're my soulmate. I just wish they didn't abuse me. I love them so much, but I just wish that they were not reckless with money. I love them so much, but I just wish that they were not abusing me with words. I just wish that they could think. I just wish that they could stop cheating. Do you understand that that which is you wishing that they never did something is your inner self telling you that this is not the one? But because you love them so much, you feel like, no, I love them, but this thing, if they could just change this thing here, we would be good. No, you're not going to be good, because they're not going to change that thing, because that's who they are. You don't love somebody so much to wish things away and they disappear. You can't change somebody by just loving them too much. It's a beautiful thing that you're capable of loving, but you can't love certain things away. You can't love people into doing certain things. If it's not in them, if it's not who they are, no matter how much you love them, they're not gonna stop being themselves.
I need you to take care of you. You're dying on the inside. Mentally, you're all over the place. You're scattered. Spiritually, you're empty right now. Every day you wake up, you do everything you can to make sure everyone else is okay. The job, the kids, the family, the house, the dog. You do everything for everyone else, but you're forgetting about you.
This may be hard to hear, but it's no one else's responsibility to know what's going on with you. It's no one else's responsibility to make sure you're doing okay. It's no one else's responsibility to love you. And that may sound cruel, but it's the truth. And the sooner that you can recognize that, the sooner you can realize how important you are to you. You will find that you can keep